What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking onto my video. This is going to be my first video on YouTube, and I just want to say thank you again for clicking on this. Please do not, well, really, if you click off this, it's up to you. But what I'm doing today is actually I'm taking a set of Hyundai Tiburon seats, and I am making them fit inside my 71 Maverick. So, let me show you the car. It's my 71 Maverick. I had this thing since I was 16. It's been the family since brand new. My great grandmother's one that actually bought it. It originally had an inline 6 200, 3 on a tree, and for y'all not knowing what 3 on a tree is, it means the standard transmission, the shifter, was actually on the steering column, and it was in an H pattern. My grandfather was the one that took it from the linkage in the steering column, started messing up, so he took that out and moved it to the floor. When I got it, I drove it, and I drove it until it started smoking on me real bad, and I just said, okay, I'm going to do the Stereo 2 swap in it, and it was real easy. So there's the motor. The specs on this motor is a 1990s HO block, flat top pistons from Ford Racing, Boss 351 heads, import polished, bigger valves, bigger springs, so if I ever want to go to a bigger cam. Cam specs, I'm not real sure on the cam specs. I know it's a 276 comp hydraulic roller cam. It thumps pretty good. At the end of this video, I will have the car running for y'all. Let y'all hear it. There is a Tremec 5-speed behind it. It's full aluminum. I got a 4-barrel Holley. Let me take this off. 4-barrel Holley carburetor. A manual choke. It's a 750, and I have a 1-inch spacer on there. It's a Torque 2 Edelbrock intake, and then serpentine belt set up. I will eventually put AC on this car. MSD ignition, Heedman long tube street headers. I got AFCO lines on this, and that's it right now. I'm in the process of getting a 8.8 rear end disc brake from a Ford Explorer Sport. I will be swapping that out probably to a 430 gear ratio posi track. And as far as the interior, I have already went through here and let y'all know I have been driving this car for quite a while. I just did this last weekend where I took a wire brush and I scraped all the paint off to find out where the rust is. I don't have that much rust, so I'm thinking I'm just going to patch panel it. And what I'm patch paneling, I'm going to try to buy a bead roller so I can make my own floor pans. So that's why the interior looks like this. I have the back seats. The split back bench seat is sitting on the porch. I'm actually going to try to make that into a couch. I have made a rear panel for my speakers. It's in the house. It's made out of wood, wrapped in leather. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than just having them set on plain metal. Eventually I will buy the actual piece that goes back there, and I'll probably wrap that in leather so I can match the back seats when I wrap them in leather. And I'm going to do leather on the front seats too, and I'm going to redo my whole dash. As you can see, it's cracked. So yeah, and this gauge system is going to be changed out to individual gauges. I'm going to make a sheet metal insert that goes right here with 295 millimeters and then 4 52 millimeter gauges. I'll be using shift glow because I can change colors on there, and they're matte blacks. I think it'll look good because I'm changing everything to matte black in here. I will be doing original floor carpet, original headliner. I'm keeping my tray in here. I'm going to be swapping out the radio though to a I forgot what company it is, but it's supposed to be a classic looking radio that you can change the knobs on it to however you want it. It's the closest I can find to match this car. And by putting my gauges up there, I'll be getting rid of those, cleaning the dash up and everything like that, keeping everything concealed right there. Now, the one trouble I'm going to have, and if anybody out there can help me, that'd be very much appreciated. I want to keep my levers. This is for my fan, this is for vents, and this is for hot and cold. I don't know really much behind there because I haven't been able to get behind the dash. The only way you can take the dash out is you got to take the windshield out, and there's some screws there, and then you got your bolts there holding the dash on, and you got to drop your column. Got to remove a lot of things. I haven't gotten that far yet. I just want to be able to drive the car. But where I'm getting at is I'm going to install a new heater core system up under this dash. I want to keep my fan system and everything connected here, not have an aftermarket thing anywhere else. So if anybody knows a way to swap this thing to where I can keep my face and my little chrome knobs, they're around here somewhere in a bag, keep them right there, but use the new heater core up underneath the dash, that would be really appreciated. Because I've talked to somebody, but they're saying they could do it for $1,200. I'm not the person that's $1,200 right now. So yeah, and this is going to take a little while to do. But yeah, I'm wanting to make my little Maverick into a Maverick. I don't want to tub it out or nothing like that, but I do want to make the, I guess you can say the guts of it. I want to hop it up. So, and actually, no, I don't got the keys on me. I would start up right now. So yeah, I'll start up for y'all after the end of this video. But as far as this is how detailed I'm going too. As like these knobs, as y'all know, these older Fords, Chevys, all of them, they had cranks. I found a company out there that will let you use your old crank, but it's a motor. So as for instance, going up would mean your window's going up, pushing down would be going down. So you have that look of the original, but it's electric. That is what I'm doing. I want to just change my very little on this car, but keep it mostly original. The reason why I'm going with the whole gauge system like that is, as y'all know, the people that have Mavericks and maybe some other Fords, I do not have gauges like that. I have warning lights, and then I don't have a speed. I have a speedometer, but no RPM. I would really want to have individual gauges telling me exactly what is going on, and so, and also the ones that might run into this later on is if you're doing a 302 swap with a 5-speed, but with the original rear end, that's a 8-inch with a 273 gears, that's the old 4-lug pattern, get yourself a GPS that can show miles per hour, because your speedometer is not going to be correct. I think I'm off like 20 or so miles per hour. So that that gauge right there is a Gremlin, or GPS, I meant, sorry, it's a Gremlin. I got it real cheap, so therefore that helps me know if I'm doing the speed limit or not, so I don't get pulled over. So, and what's awesome is the fact that this has been in my family. There's hardly any rust on this car. I do have some rusting right here and some surface rust up under here, but I don't have no holes except for what's in the floor from where this windshield leaks and it's dripping on the floor. Same way it's back there. I had this windshield leak, this rear window leaks right over there, and it would allow the water to go down and onto the floor. Over time, as y'all know, that will create rust. But besides that, I have really good sheet metal everywhere. Every part on this car has been original, and that's what I'm going to keep it. One thing I am going to do is I'm getting rid of all the chrome here, and I'm actually going to be painting these the grabber blue along with this, but keep this, the windows, actually chrome, and same way on the door, keep that chrome. And yeah, even the back of here, I'm going to throw the gasket, but the trim is going to be chrome also. All the trimming is in the trunk. Tail lights are going to be LEDs. There's a company online, I actually found them on eBay, but that makes a full panel that allows you to have LEDs all the way across. It's sequential and all, and they're $219. They also fit Pintos and Mavericks, Pintos, and I'm not sure if any other Ford use these tail lights. And yes, this car can tow, even though I've never towed nothing with this car. But that is the factory tow bar with the car. Well, at least that's what I was told. My grandfather said that, yeah, my great-grandmother bought that one. It came with the car, but she bought it new. And for the ones that are really into these old cars, I'll also show you the owner's manual that I have. The owner's manual looks brand new still. I have all the receipts, everything when she went and got her oil change, tune-up for this car. And yeah, I've got the 5.0s off of a new Mustang. I just like the way they look. They look pretty cool. Just saying what it's actually in the car. And as y'all are kind of particular, y'all will see that the ones that are really into Mavericks, y'all notice the headlights don't look original, because they're not. They are glass housings and all, but they are halogen bulbs where I can take them in and out, and I'll be swapping those to LEDs also. Hopefully by next month I'll have LEDs in here, and I'm thinking about getting new ones because I hit a bump, and a really hard bump, and I cracked this. I'll get the cable out of the way. I cracked it right here. I'm not too worried about it. These are only 40 bucks, and anybody that's in the area, Southwest Street Nationals is where I'm going to get them. It's a huge car show, swap meet, brand new parts. It's at the State Fair Park, Oklahoma City, from the 12th to the 14th. If you're into classics, you want to find anything for your classics, go there, you'll get it. So, and yep, that's the original radiator. Doesn't leak, nothing. So, and like I said, anybody that is going to do this in the future with a V8, like a 302 5-speed, I used the original drive shaft for the car. It hooked in just right. Didn't have to cut it, nothing. It's just straight, slap it right back in. So, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to take you in the house and show you the seats of the car. Okay, here's the seats. These are tiburon seats. I have painted the plastic all matte black. There's the other piece that was taken off to access the sliders, because the problem you have in with the car is it will not slide back far enough because the seat sets too low in the car, and the tunnel restricts it because it's too wide. So what I am attempting to do is take this pipe, I'm going to weld it to here. I'll go all the way around with a weld, and then I'm going to just come off of it about maybe, I don't know, I'm going to take these back in the car and see on height I need for them to fit right. Measure between them and just make me a template of the seat, and just go out and just try on air and see how high I need the seats. Actually, I'm thinking about maybe 3 or 5 inches, something like that, because these set literally an inch right off from the seat. But besides that, tiburon seats actually are real comfortable. and I don't have the ABS or SRS system hooked up, nothing. So there's no power going to it. But just it's all manual, so you have no electronics. But it's a bucket seat, and it holds you really good. You can take these corners pretty good, and then you won't fly around, nothing like that. And they look good in the car. I've had a lot of people say that the seats do look good. And actually flip this up. So it's flipped back, but yeah, that's the design of the seat. Just a typical tiburon seat. Picked them up for $100. And just do a little bit of work and they fit. So oh yeah, like I was going to tell you, how to take the sliders off these seats is real simple. As you get the screws that are here, you gotta take the lever off, which is just take a knife or a flathead and go in the inside and take this take this off. You just go and put it between this. It just peels up and you just pop it off. As soon as it lets go of this little hole, it just slides right off. And there's another screw right in here, and then one right there, and then that plastic piece pops off. Then you have 3 bolts that holds this thing on, and that is, I'm using a 12 millimeter and just taking it off. Now the way these work is this dude right here just goes down, and that allows it to slide back and forth, so whenever installing it, it's not going to be too difficult to install it. Real simple. So what I'm thinking about too is I might hammer this out straight, so therefore I can weld on that piece just straight to it. And then, for instance, I'm going to take these 2 sockets and show you. Do it kind of like that, but I'm going to have this flat so it can bolt against the metal, the floor, and have this going straight up to the seat. I'm doing this because I do not have a pipe bender at all to just make a bracket where it just kind of S's on there. That would have been nice, just don't have it, so I'm just doing what I have. And then I'm going to paint the silver flat black to better blend in with the seats, therefore hopefully raising the seat up enough to where it's comfortable, just not sitting too low in the car. So let me get to work and actually take off the other side and go out there and see about exactly how high do I need this for the car. Okay, now this is the passenger side seat. The inside rail is easy to get off. The other side is not, because you see how these are on the inside, those are on the outside. These are on the inside. So I had to take the bolt loose here and this one loose here, and I had to put my foot behind here for a spacer to lift the frame up in order to get this at least in there on this middle one right here. This one was just a little bit difficult to get to, while this one was the easiest to get to. And then both of them have a hook that doesn't do nothing. Well, it might. It moves a little bit. This hook goes right on this bar. I guess just to hold it in place. And watch. This little dude right here is going to move. See it moving? That pushes this down and allows the seat to go forward or backwards. So they're out. I'm only doing the passenger side. I'm not. Oh, I gotta take the driver's side off too in order to weld, because I don't want to put holes in the fabric of this. So for now though, I'm just gonna go out and get how high this thing needs to be off the ground or off from the floor, and possibly straighten this out on both sides. So okay, so after doing the measurements and all, I'm actually going to go with 2 in the front, 4 in the back. I think that will compensate for leveling it out, also raising it, because actually I'm going to be raising it about level with this flange. So I really don't think they'll make it too tall, but I think it'd be tall enough for my wife, because I went ahead and asked her, so the seats were too low for you to get in real comfortable, and she's like, yes, it was. So yeah, I'm going to be raising it up, and I'll admit, yeah, it kind of felt like it was too low in here sometimes. So raise it up about that much. So what I'm going to go do is go inside, just measure 2 inches for the front, 4 in the back so I'll be doing 4 pieces 2 inches and 4 pieces 4 inches, and then I'll come back out here and I'll actually put those on and see how they look and tune them from there before I actually go and weld them up. And yeah, but welding them will be on the next video. This one I'm going to go ahead and post it and go from there and make this kind of like a 2-part series. So here are the spacers for the seat brackets. That is cut 2 inches, that is cut 4 inches. I got the others all right down there. Now it looks decent. It's definitely higher. Definitely. So what I'm going to do is go get this, go get the seat and put it in here. I do have the other seat, the extra driver's seat I can put in here and see how it feels. I'll put a bolt through it just to hold it so it don't fall. So see how that works and go from there. So I think we have it. I think I have the right dimensions now for the seats. They're actually, I'm going to cut them to 3-inch spacers in the back. I'm keeping the 2s in the front. And that just, I think that makes it perfect, because my shoulder is perfect length with this door to right here. My arm can go straight out. It's not kind of down or anything. So I think that's going to work. And so, and I think it'll give me enough space, and I can hide my little amp for my 6x9s in the back. So I think this is going to work out great. Now, let me go get the keys and I'll start the car up, let y'all hear it, because this is the end of the video. Until tomorrow or whenever I can get my grandfather's welder over here and actually start welding these things up. Actually, hang on, let me do this. Where's your kickstand? Let me find something real fast. So how's that for my Maverick? I told y'all I would start it up, and I'm sorry about that little bit. I was trying to position the camera. I have a kickstand on here where I I can watch videos, but won't let me tape it easy. So I had to put a spacer in between it to bring the kickstand up so you could see the car actually. And yes, I was revving it up, and that backfiring you hear is normal for this car. Okay, the exhaust is just 10-inch pipes coming off the header, off the collection pipe, and kicked out sideways. No mufflers, no glass packs, nothing. It's just straight piped, and very little bends. So that's why. And yes, she shoots fire out of it when I'm coming off the accelerator, right out the exhaust pipe, because there is a little bit of opening right at the collection pipe, because this car has the original suspension under it. So as everybody knows, with the Mavericks and any other older cars, the suspension, it's real bouncy, and the lowest point will drag, and that is the lowest point. So there's a little bit of opening on the exhaust. As soon as I can get, I don't know if I'm going with 4 links or just competition. Actually, if I'm not going to 4 links, I'm going to go with the Scott Drake's 1-inch lowering springs. I heard those are really good, and they bring the car down to a good stance. So, hey, that's bright, kind of dark. See if I can get it going. There we go. So yeah, but whatever I decide, that's what I'm doing. Hey, and if y'all want to, leave me a comment in the below. Give me any ideas for this car. I'm open for ideas. So that's it for today. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much of anything else, so I'm gonna go and kick back and relax this and enjoy this nice warm day. So if y'all like this video or anything, hit the thumbs up, subscribe please. This is my first video, so the quality and everything else, it will get better. And I'm going to be making me an opening video, and I have a surprise that I will be doing later on, that a vehicle will be for sale. And I'm just going to say this, it's not the 71 Maverick. I won't sell that car, but it is a 67. It's a Dodge 67, so it's not, so that's all I'm going to say. I will show videos of when I pull that out of the field and as I'm working on that one. So like I said, hope y'all enjoy this video. Hope y'all enjoyed the rest of your day. Hope y'all had a good day till y'all watch this one, and a good day after this video. So I'm kind of going blank now. So that's it for today. Later.